Boruto 2 Blue Vortex chapter 25 just dropped, and honestly, this might be one of the most important chapters in the entire series so far. We're not just talking about fights here. This chapter is loaded with emotional payoffs, political tension, god-tier training, and a shocking deal that could completely rewrite Boruto's destiny. We've got Sarada finally admitting her true feelings for Boruto, Himawari training with Kurama to unlock a power even greater than Baryon mode, and Boruto himself making a deal so risky it could cost him everything. Today we're breaking down every twist, every hidden detail, and what it all means for the future of the Boruto story. So grab some popcorn because this is going to be a wild ride. The chapter opens with Konohamaru returning to the Leaf Village carrying Matsuri's thorn bulb. His mission to save Moegi from the chakra tree that had trapped her. At first it feels like a desperate gamble. Konohamaru pushes the thorn into the tree and the scene erupts in steam and energy. It looks like the tree itself is collapsing, and for a moment we wonder if he's about to lose her forever. But then it works. Moegi wakes up. Her first words are calling out to Konohamaru the same way she always has, in a way only she could. The relief on Konohamaru's face is heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time. He's holding his childhood friend close, tears in his eyes, and for the first time in a long while, we see Konohamaru vulnerable again. What makes this even more meaningful is that Chocho is there crying out for her master too. This isn't just about one bond being restored, it's about Team Konohamaru's heart being put back together. And it doesn't stop there. Over in the Sand Village, Shinki also gets saved from the chakra tree. Kankuro reports that Gaara, although still unconscious, is alive and expected to recover. It's a clever move by the writers. It keeps the older generation alive but out of commission, clearing the stage for the new generation to shine. This theme of passing the torch is clear throughout the chapter. The old guard steps aside and the new era is forced to take the lead. Meanwhile, back in the Leaf Village, Shikamaru is dealing with one of the most dangerous threats in the series. And it's not even a battle, it's politics. Shikamaru has been secretly aiding Boruto, who is officially labeled as a criminal and traitor by the feudal lord. Worse, Ino has been implicated for helping with secret mental transmissions to Boruto. If this truth comes out, the entire legitimacy of Konoha could crumble. Think about it, Shikamaru still hasn't been officially named the 8th Hokage, even after 3 years. If he's exposed as a traitor, it could lead to the most politically unstable moment in Leaf history. And the big question becomes, who takes the mantle if he falls? This is where things get really scary. Jura, the new villain with his obsession with Naruto and admiration for the Leaf, could easily try to step into that role himself. Imagine a scenario where the Hokage seat gets taken not through legacy or will of fire, but through a hostile takeover. That's not just a political disaster, that's a complete betrayal of everything the Leaf stands for. It's fascinating because while Boruto is out there facing cosmic level enemies, Shikamaru is fighting a quieter but equally deadly war in the shadows. Now let's get to what might be the emotional centerpiece of the chapter. Sarada and Sumere's long-awaited conversation about Boruto. The last time they spoke, things were tense. Sarada had rushed into Boruto's arms, despite knowing how Sumere felt about him. But this time, Sarada decides to face things head-on. At first, it's awkward. Neither girl knows how to start, but eventually, Sarada opens up. She apologizes for being insensitive, admits she was a coward for hiding from her feelings, and finally she comes clean. She likes Boruto. The way this is written is so authentic. Sarada admits she didn't always feel this way. Back in the academy, Boruto barely crossed her mind, but over time, as teammates, as friends, as people who kept finding themselves in danger together, she couldn't ignore how much he meant to her anymore. What's so refreshing here is that instead of tearing their friendship apart, like Sakura and Ino's rivalry over Sasuke, Sarada and Sumere actually grow stronger from it. They both accept that they'll be rivals in love, but they'll remain friends. That's such a huge sign of maturity compared to the previous generation. Of course, Ida is watching the whole thing play out, completely invested like it's her favorite drama series, and honestly, she represents us as fans, glued to the screen, waiting for every reaction. Next, we shift to the Uzumaki household, where Himawari is training with none other than the newly reborn Kurama, and this scene is massive for the future of the story. Kurama doesn't just want her to fight like a shinobi, he tells her to forget all the standard ninja methods. No punching with her arms, no kicking with her legs, everything must come from chakra. Why? Because Himawari isn't just a normal ninja. She's not even a normal Jinchuriki. According to Kurama, she's more like him in Jura, essentially a human personification of chakra. That means her potential is off the charts. Combine that with her Byakugan, which already gives her insane chakra awareness, and you're looking at someone who could surpass even Naruto's Baryon mode. Remember, Baryon mode's fatal flaw was that it burned through Naruto's life force, but Himawari doesn't have that problem. She can train with it, master it, and potentially wield it without the deadly drawback. This isn't just power scaling, this is legacy. Naruto was the vessel of Kurama, but Himawari could become something even greater, a human embodiment of chakra itself. And if that doesn't scream god-tier future protagonist, I don't know what does. Finally, let's talk about the bombshell of this chapter, Boruto's deal with Momoshiki. During meditation, Boruto enters his inner world to confront Momoshiki directly. At first, Momo mocks him, saying he should have just let Kawaki kill him years ago. But then Boruto flips the script. He offers Momoshiki a deal, help him defeat Jura, and in exchange, Boruto will give him his body. This is chilling because it shows just how far Boruto has come. He's willing to sacrifice everything, even his own freedom and future, for the sake of protecting others. This is peak Sasuke and peak Itachi energy, but with Boruto's own twist. He's not doing it out of guilt or hatred, he's doing it out of pure selflessness. And think about what this sets up. Momoshiki has always been the lurking threat inside Boruto, but now instead of resisting him, Boruto is bargaining with him. This isn't just inner conflict anymore, it's a partnership with the devil. It raises terrifying questions. Will Boruto actually let Momoshiki take his body? Is Boruto secretly planning for Kawaki to kill him if it happens? Or does Boruto have some hidden trump card to turn this deal in his favor? Whatever the case, this is a turning point. Boruto is no longer the boy cursed with Momoshiki inside him. He's the man willing to use that curse as his greatest weapon. When we look at this chapter as a whole, a theme becomes crystal clear. If Naruto was a story about peace, then Boruto is shaping up to be a story about love. Love for friends, for family, for the village, and for the future. Sarada's confession is about love. Himawari's training is about love for her father's legacy. Boruto's deal with Momoshiki is about self-sacrifice for the people he loves. Even Shikamaru's struggles are, at their core, about protecting the village he loves. This chapter sets the stage for an incredible next arc. We're not just building toward fights, we're building toward emotional payoffs, political showdowns, and power-ups that could reshape the shinobi world forever. So now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Boruto will actually let Momoshiki take over his body? Will Himawari surpass Naruto with her new chakra-based fighting style? And what do you think about Sarada and Sumire's rivalry? Will it stay friendly, or could it explode later? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into Boruto 2 Blue Vortex.